All right, people. Welcome back to another episode of my podcast. If you guys seen the first or one of the first videos I put out, you already know who this is. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Coach Frames,
Talking about Coach Frames.
AR Will. How you
Yo,
feeling?
what's good, G?
So it's been a minute since we
Yeah,
had you as a guest on the pod.
yeah. How you been? How everything been?
Everything's been decent for the most part. I don't know. It ain't really too much I can complain about. Shit, I've been most of my time since we last seen each other was just spent on training.
I was so about to say he's lying to y'all. He just got done knocking somebody out, put him on the canvas. He's sitting here being humble about it. I don't know why. He's knocking people out for fun. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a little crazy. No, but yeah, man. Talk about the fight. How was the fight? I was leading up to the fight.
Leading up to the fight,
Yeah, go through the whole training camp. What was all that like?
it was.
Because
an experience.
the guy you was fighting doing a lot of
Oh yeah.
chirping.
So
Yeah,
the dude was doing. He
Yeah.
was doing a lot of chirping for no reason. Like it got to the point to where majority of the fighters on the card, they came up to me individually. They was like, "Please knock his ass out." And I was like, "We don't even know what the fuck like Rome would do." And then he was like, he making himself look like an asshole. He trying to intimidate people. We had like a championship belt on display. He grabbed the belt, talking about, "I'm gonna be the champ. I'm the champ." Talking about, y'all should have had me as the main event. He's like, it's finna be a show. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it was a show, alright. For all of the minute and 35 seconds.
Right.
Boy got put down. Check left hook.
How was it? How was that sequence?
Yeah, it was a nice little setup there. I see what you did there with the little Yeah.
Okay.
So
something.
after the fight and after the whole experience, did y'all see each other? Like obviously
Yeah.
you shake hands, before you walk out the octagon, but you back in the locker room, did y'all see each other? Did y'all have a conversation?
So we saw each other like right after you get out the cage, you gotta go see the doctors again or the medical staff, the medics on staff. And it'd be like two right next to each other. So it'd be like a bed or like a stretcher here and then a stretcher for the other fighter. And then we had talked after and completely different person. Broke that man.
That he was. Man had his whole family there.
He had his whole village there. I seen flags. I seen flags as soon as I walked through the ramp. And then I guess his people was by my people.
Bugged out. Did that fuel you going in there? Like seeing all them people sitting there?
You know when you go and like,
cause I mean his people was right next to the gate at the entrance.
That's like going to Ireland and beating Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
It's that spoil.
Yeah.
That spoiler.
They was salty. They were
Right.
definitely salty after that.
Right.
They was definitely salty after that.
I ain't hear him after that.
No, I mean a lot of them left.
Right.
They got up out of there quick.
I heard, bro. It's like it was like crickets.
But I think the whole overall card was a lot weaker than the last card. I feel like the last card, the fight, like the overall all around fights.
Oh yeah.
It was better. It was definitely better.
It was more brawls on that one.
Not even that. It was a better crop of talent.
Yeah.
The talent that was in this card, it was a lot of 1-2s. There wasn't no real combos, no real setups. There was a lot of wild hooks, straight jabs. Not even a lot of crosses. So feel like the last card had a whole lot more talent. But so as far as fighting goes, when would you say your next one? When is the next time Trey the Tank Pierce is gonna get in the octagon?
Probably. So it's a card in August, but I don't know. Like, I want to fight when I feel like I'm ready to test some stuff out. Like I've got better, like I fine tuned something, and I'm happy with like my progress. Now let's get in the ring versus just fighting just to fight, and not really like learning from it, you know. Because I don't want to put something on tape and then not really get no real answers from myself.
Right. You gonna take the step and go ahead and mix it up with some MMA or
that's the goal. So that's the goal. I wanna I feel like I got my striking to where I want to be. So the next step is to get my grappling close to what it used to be, and or even better, and get it to a respectable position to where I'd be able to be comfortable with just the fundamentals of jits.
Because that's a different game.
Right. Just get comfortable with the fundamentals of the game, and then be able to go out there and perform, and
that's a different
figure it
game.
out. Have enough to figure it out,
Yeah, because the clinch alone is a mind battle within itself. I'm not talking about going down to the canvas. That's a whole different game, because you do one false move and there. I mean, you go down there, bro, with your chin hanging out, you done for immediately. So you gotta really be on your P's and Q's.
You too top heavy, leaving your arms where they ain't supposed to be.
You gotta be on your P's and Q's getting to that MMA.
Yeah, I don't want to get to the point to where I'm winning in the striking. Then one wrong move, now I done look like I lost a round because of
take
my
grappling. Or something, right?
Yeah, my jits. What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, just being that, I feel like that would be the best strategy for a as far as a training camp. None of that was recorded?
No.
Well, we got an intro.
Wow.
You got a name for your podcast? Today we're gonna call it the Trea the Trea Pierce Experience.
It's the Life of Trea, my page name, but
okay.
I don't want to the name is not sticking how I envision it, and I don't want it to just be limited to podcasts. It's actually it's gonna be things about.
But I mean,
my interests in my life when I'm a show.
You saying as far as what the page is gonna have itself? Or?
Yeah, it's gonna be a variety of a couple different things.
Okay,
about me, but it's not gonna be limited to just podcasts.
But the podcast can have its own name. You gotta get the podcast.
So this is
got to.
I guess this is the name in the segment, basically. What's your suggestions?
I don't know yet. We gotta think of that. We're gonna have to think of that. Actually, I mean, ask the people.
Yeah. So if y'all got a suggestion for this little conundrum, if y'all got recommendations on what I should pick as far as something that's still cool and y'all will be able to identify it with me, I guess.
A session with the tank.
Nah, I'm gonna have to check my notes. But I may have some suggestions written down in there. So
that'll be tough.
But yeah,
that'll be tough, especially since you're using that as your fight name. So, I mean, hey. Yeah. But I mean, hey, we are back with what is this? Episode 6? Episode 6, right?
I think by the time this come out, it'll be episode 6. Yeah.
I already introduced y'all lovely host for the day.
if you remember me from one of the other episodes, I am William Smith.
AKA AR Will.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I like to dibble and dabble, put my hands in places. You know, it's fun. Gives me the ability to be flexible.
Okay.
But I mean, you wanna get right. You wanna get right into. I mean,
First off, let me start off by saying we had a fantastic, 5-minute talk that you will never see, probably because I forgot to hit the record button
about his whole how the fight went. I mean, basically, long story short, he knocked somebody out.
Yeah, it wasn't,
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to drop the video for y'all to see. I'm gonna put it. You see this little space?
Yeah.
All this space right here.
Maybe we'll dub the conversation and try to put what we were saying over the top of something.
Hey, that was yeah. I'm gonna keep this little part and I'm gonna just have the video playing while we're talking. Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, it was overall good. It was my second win in a row. Knocked him out with a left hook and
check left hook. That matters.
That does matter. It's a distinct difference with even steps, but that's something I was working on a lot. Just seeing more through my guard and picking my shot and waiting for the opportunity. Yeah, my left hook. Hey, it's decent. If you watch, I was watching the slow mo. My elbow was up, knuckles turned over, protecting all this from a cross or whatever he was gonna throw, protecting all that, and then this hand was up too. Beautiful. If I was a coach, I would have gave that a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I bet you his coach didn't give it a 10 out of 10. He probably wasn't too happy about that.
Hey, when he was on the ground, all I heard was, "You need to get the fuck up."
Obviously, coach. Think I ain't trying to? He ain't get put down there on purpose.
Man, his ass couldn't.
I mean, let's get right to it. Gonna put out a song.
Mr. Pusha
Did you listen to the song?
Yeah, it was. I listened to it a couple times.
Going all out when it's about my bread and butter. Gunna just put out a song, Bread and Butter. Something big to note is that this song was released through YSL 300. So, I mean, and that kind of makes sense if I'm a label and I've been doing all this to push your
still make money off this.
Yeah,
the situation.
That's the point I'm getting to.
Dry.
If I didn't put all this money into you already, I'm not just gonna write you off because of the situation that we got going on, not knowing, all the parameters. And at the end of the day, I'm the label. I'm not. Right. I'm gonna sit here and get the money up off of this and profit. But if you really pay attention to that video, that video is that's not YSL. That's not 300. That video it's a nice video.
Man, that shit is
but that's not you can tell the house is a little different.
Which house?
The house that he in. When they shoot their videos in, properties. That property is a little different. It look like something he had to rent itself. That didn't look like the label.
It's probably definitely self-funded. I would say self-funded, but
no way. Go look at Skybox and then come back. So, there's no way YSL was behind this video. This is a self-funded video, but I mean that makes sense coming off of the whole situation, that that they in right now. And he shot a couple of shots at a couple of individuals. Right. One of them may be from here, another one may be from Atlanta. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't know. The word is, that's what the word is on the street. So,
shit. So what's your impression like that he gives off? He gave me off. He gave me the impression of like he was the fall guy, or like he trying to do it like inside job type shit.
nah, I don't even think it was that. I mean, he kind of told you in the song they gave me a deal I wasn't aware of. You know, y'all talking to y'all dealing with rats y'all selves. He say y'all still hanging with people that have killed your brother. You know, he's saying a lot of stuff. And honestly, I don't even think this song, I don't think we get this song now without that Dirk interview. Without that Dirk clip. If that clip don't go out, because nobody of any real stature had publicly came out and said his name. And then we got that Dirk interview. And Dirk said what he said. So I feel like Gunna went into a mode of like, all right, I've been letting y'all sit and play on my name for as long as y'all been doing it.
All right.
And ain't nobody saying nothing publicly, but now we talking out loud. So, all right, we gonna talk out loud, and that's kind of what he got into in the song. He went straight into it.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna address the elephant in the room.
He said, "I heard y'all talking. Only knew him 'cause of Slack." Obviously, we all know the rap game is full of fake friends and you know all of that stuff. But he said a lot of y'all niggas was only rocking for the bread, so I get it. Because at the end of the day, the music was never bad. So, and that's the thing with calling him a rat. It's like in the past when people got labeled that they was trash, like 6ix9ine. No, cool. Your career can die. Right. This is an interesting situation because now it's like you got that label as a rapper that somebody like. It's like
you can trust in them.
Yeah, it's like he's still in shape. You can hear it in the music. He's still in shape. So it's gonna be interesting to see where he go from this because he can theoretically he could do a whole mixtape. There's maybe 12 songs just
off the situation.
Yeah, just go just to be able to finally get that out, but he can't do the whole. I don't see Gunna being able to make a career out of the whole introspective pocket because I think it'd be tough for him to do like a backpack type of career just because of how he set up his initial fan base where it was like I'm out in your face. It's not like he can go away and like now he didn't put this out. Now people are gonna be expecting music from him. So now it's like all right, and somebody's definitely gonna respond.
We expect to hear the beef continue.
Somebody's going to one of them is going to respond.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's
everybody responds.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Dirk because the little baby shots. I'm not gonna really say was shots for real. It was a report that came out and said he wasn't talking to Baby, but that's not my place. Dirk's gonna respond. I feel like Dirk's gonna respond.
I feel like he love that shit. You don't got no problem put some shit in the song.
I want them to keep it in music.
Like in music or just around the situation?
No, I want them to keep it in music. Because if it gets out of music, that's going to turn bad.
Who coming up?
Fast.
Who coming out on top?
What you mean?
Like if it gets to that.
I hope nobody. What you mean? That could end up with somebody 6 feet under.
I know. Who you think gonna come on? Based off how they say they moving.
Man, you sick. Bro asking me who I think gonna get smoked. Nah. Hey, peace and love to both parties. Everybody, this is a long case. Still ongoing. That's all I got to say about that. That's my business.
Shit.
As long as y'all gonna keep it in music, go right ahead. I'm here for the show. Perfectly here for the show.
All right.
Moneybag.
That's the next topic you want to go right into?
Yeah,
album?
Moneybag put out an album.
Pull up the album list.
Album list?
Yeah.
It was so they don't know. Is this an album or is this a mixtape? I don't know what they calling it. 20 songs. That's
what
lot.
do you feel is the distinguishing point between an album and a mixtape?
Now I don't know. there isn't one.
Is it just to mess with the projected sales?
It don't really even got nothing to do with sales. That's probably all contractual stuff because most contracts is you gotta
Fulfill.
sell,
you
so
gotta
many
fulfill,
albums. So you slide in and call a bunch of stuff mixtapes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's above my head. But I like the album. I got to it later, in the weekend, but it was a different. He's still talking his bag talk, but it's a different album from him.
It is.
It's
I feel like it's started a turning point.
yeah, it's him more talking about him.
Right.
Like you getting a different side.
You're talking about his kid. You're
Yeah,
talking
you
about the
getting a
baby
different
mama.
side of that.
Right.
Yeah, and then it kind of coincide with the interview he did with Angela Yee. I seen a couple clips, and
He definitely become more vocal as an artist.
I feel like because he's like you said, he's turning that corner in the sense of being able to step into a different realm
Right.
in his rapping
Right.
and with his ability.
Right.
It was a good album. I got through about 9 of them on my first listen.
That's good.
And
Cause I'll stop at 3.
no, because I got to it late. Like I didn't do it as a review or anything for Friday. So I didn't start listening to it until Saturday.
What time do you
afternoon.
start to be able to have the,
What you mean when I'm putting stuff out on Fridays?
yeah?
11 on Thursday.
So Thursday night,
Yeah.
what can we like? How long can we expect you to be up?
Depends on what drops. If it's
You be cherry picking shit.
for sure. Because it's like
a fair shake.
yeah, it's like sometimes you can wait until the morning because I'm not like I was
listen to that shit
I
on the way
was
to work.
yeah, like I'm not listening to how long was this? 56 minutes. Money bag yo album at 11 o'clock at night sitting in my car. Like I'm not doing that. That's not even gonna do the music justice. So it's like I'm not going. It's certain stuff that I play and then it's kind of off anticipation to a point where it's like I was waiting on this to drop. So I'm finna listen to this right now.
I'm stopping whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Well, he's one of those type of artists: Drake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Future.
You never know what
Any of
wave
those.
is. You never know what wave it is. I mean, you do. You pay attention, but
Well, so
Drake could put out a Caribbean. He put out a fucking house album.
Yeah, but that whole the whole wave of how that played out last year was funny. I think all of that was planned because
He's very.
he put that out. No, I mean like with all of them because he put that out and then D just coincidentally puts out a whole dance album. Then you got. I just feel like it was in cahoots.
Colluding.
Yeah, that was for sure. But I mean, that was cool because it was a bad little summer, and you know, it kind of brought that style back into its limelight. So it's nice. Still nice.
That's definitely a hidden gem house music, like the great, like the real house music.
I mean, we from where it originated, so of course we gonna feel that way.
What is the next topic that you want to get into?
I mean, we was talking about money bag.
Right.
You know, it's a whole lot of money going around in the NFL right now, and somebody gonna throw a whole lot of money at DeAndre Hopkins. Wherever
I don't know. People
wherever
like,
he go,
people questioning his. Is he still
ain't
valuable?
nobody with a right and a left foot questioning if D Hop is still valuable. That man is That's argue. You get him a competent quarterback that's not 5'6" and complaining all the time, then that's arguably still one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, because they was talking about his yards last year per the 9 games that he played and how it was way down and like.
Man, it'd be games where him and like D Hop will have 5 receptions.
So what is it, like a Baker and Odell type of thing going on?
Nah, it was worse. Because I don't think Baker and Odell had no real beef. I just think Baker couldn't get him the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I guess it's
like I think Baker's capability of being able to locate him
was just
yeah, like Baker's not. It
It
hurt me to say this too. It hurt me to say this too because I like Baker coming out of college. Man. I liked him coming out of college, and he fooled me. He fooled me big time. Baker was garbage. He's garbage. But no, D Hop. Where do you think D Hop land? Where do you think he going? I heard some Dallas rumors, and if he go to Dallas, if DeAndre Hopkins goes to Dallas. And Dak Prescott don't, at bare minimum, get to the Super Bowl, he's about to have a very difficult time. Because you're not going to have any more excuses.
They finna give him the rep Kirk Cousins guy.
He not going to have no more
just
excuses.
Just can't win the big ones.
And I like Dak.
Yeah.
I think Dak is a smart quarterback to the extent of he knows the game. Like, he's cerebral, but
he can do enough to get you a winning season and get you to the playoffs.
Nah, yeah, I even think he's better than that. Like, I think Dak.
You think he's just destined to have a good year, like a Cam Newton? What was that, 2015?
Nah, my thing with Dak is I think Dak getting his own way too much because he started trying to overcompensate for all the things that people say he supposed to not be capable of doing. Like trying to make tight throws and all of this other stuff. It's like, bro, like that's why he throw a lot of his interceptions. And then some of them be, what are you looking at for real? But I mean, you're going to always have a couple of those. But a lot of them be him being overconfident. And it's like, dog, one, you don't even have the receivers to do that right now. And two, you doing this in the wrong situations. So I feel like if he get D-Hop, they're gonna have D-Hop, they're gonna have CD, and then who did they just get? They just got somebody else in free agency. Was it DJ Moore?
No.
Where did he go?
I didn't know the Bears. DJ Moore.
That's where he went. Yeah. But Dallas they just got another receiver, so you're gonna have Pollard coming back healthy. That's gonna be a dangerous team.
What you ain't said? Oh, never mind. I forgot Zeke ain't there.
Zeke old, man.
Zeke.
Zeke old, man.
Bro, I don't know what, like, I didn't see his career turning out to be what it is.
What you mean? Zeke took a lot. See, a lot of people give Zeke a lot of slack. Zeke took a lot of Zeke took a lot of damage, man. Running backs don't have a long life expectancy, so if you gonna gear for a lot of them years, Zeke was they primary off. Yeah, he was their primary offense, play action. So he was the number one option. And when you were running back like that and you had the ability to do it and you have the stature to do it, then yeah, you could do that. But once you take a couple injuries, that's gonna start weighing on your body, and they was kind of still using them the same way, and he getting beat up.
And he was doing
you gonna be wore out quick.
He was doing the 1 through 3 downs, man.
Yeah, he's every down back. It's like, bro, you taking a lot of punishment.
There's a lot of pops, bro. You getting hit coming through the hole.
Pass blocking.
You
running with the ball,
smoke,
catching it. Man, dude, that's a lot of punishment. That's a lot of punishment.
When you see they fucking legs start tearing
like
down.
I feel like
Christian McCaffrey.
I feel like Zeke. Nah, Christian finna hit a stride.
Oh, that nigga's on a different level. He came back on a different level.
Christian finna hit a stride.
Y'all forgot.
Christian finna hit a stride.
Y'all forgot. He got the right system.
Wait. Oh no, he gonna be back.
Or a similar system.
Because I was about to say Brock is a little, but they said he's progressing good, so he's supposed to be all right with his elbow. I wasn't expecting him to be that good. I didn't even know who he was. He came out of nowhere for real.
Yeah, that nigga was just a fucking baller. What was it, Taylor Heineke?
That's one of the most solid backups to ever.
Ain't that crazy? Just having a solid backup, like
but that's valuable. That's why he gonna always have a career.
I think that's why offenses can strive when you know you have a competent back, so you can put your QB at a little more risk because.
Well, that's if your QB has the capability of being at risk. Like some of them, but the way the NFL going now, the way quarterbacks are built now, a lot of them are going to be mobile. You're not going to have a whole lot of traditional Tom Brady stand high in the pocket and throw the ball downfield. A lot of Tom Brady, Big Ben, a lot of those.
He retired at the right time.
Yeah, a lot of those dinosaurs. You might not see them for a while. Where it's like the 6'5" prototypical. I'm
it was like him, Phillip Rivers, and
Big Ben.
Yeah.
It was them three.
Right.
That was really standing in there, hanging in the pocket. Right. Like, if I make a play with my feet, it's a surprise. Well, I got to give Big Ben a little bit more slack than that. He had a little bit more capable. Phillip, too. It was really just Tom. For real, Tom was immobile.
Yeah.
You did not want him moving. It was not a good time.
Tom, cut it the fuck out.
It was not a good time watching Tom trying to move up and down the field. It hurt me to see.
This could end one or two ways, Tom. Please.
You getting hurt or you getting severely hurt.
It's you know what it is? It's at the point to where, like, Tom, you can't afford no real injury now.
Oh, you talking about later in his career? Oh yeah, absolutely. But I low key feel like a lot of guys on the league, just out of respect, at the end, then, because if you really go through his career, Tom never really got smoked.
No, he has. He definitely has. I'm talking about helmet, got his helmet knocked off type shit.
But I'm saying it ain't happen as often as you would think for a quarterback that's just standing there, like, bro.
Yeah, when you get that motherfucker out fast.
That's true. A lot of the Patriots was 2 second.
Tight end seam. Seam route. Whoa, we're going to Hernandez. What do you know? Another seam route.
West.
Right.
What was the other quick receiver they had?
No, they did have Welker for.
Yeah, they had West. Who was the other one though? Edelman.
The GOAT.
Hey, like he loved the slot guys. He'll give you a chance. That's one thing about Tom. I feel like that's
Bro, he go
kind of
spread.
make
He
him.
go spread that
Yeah,
bitch
that
around.
kind of make him like he's never relying on one guy
Right.
to really.
It's whoever get hot.
Yeah,
Like-
it's who gonna catch this.
Right.
Alright, if you open, I'm gonna get it to you. Are you gonna catch the ball? That's
like
really
that
what it
connection
is.
with Grind.
Grind
We go do some shit to get you open. Like
Grind-
everybody know
Grind
it's
was
time.
a cheat
It's
code,
crunch
bro.
time. Red zone. We already know what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do. And it wasn't even really the red zone. It was from the fucking 30 and going in.
Bro, Gronk was a cheat code. He was a 6'7", 200 85-pound tight end that
It's
can
heavy.
run a 4'6", 4'7". I say 4'6", 4'6'5".
We
Like,
gonna
bro,
get loose,
that's cheating.
right.
That's cheating, dog. That's cheating. You shouldn't be able to do the things that Gronk was doing. He going up back in the end zone dunking on folks.
Right.
Like, that's not.
It don't even look like he can jump.
It
He
don't.
look too heavy to like.
They don't.
Man,
I think
I don't see Brian going to a villain role.
he did that already. Man, Brian is 40, bro. Y'all need to leave Brian alone. Y'all ain't never treated a 40-year-old like this.
Ain't treat that nigga king.
Vince Carter was chilling at 40.
That Carter was smoking shit too.
Did Mike even play the? What Mike retired at what 38? I think.
He
No,
was 40,
he played to
40?
41. But that didn't count
Why everybody say that?
because it didn't. He
Look
wasn't,
at his
he
numbers.
wasn't playing for anything. Those were not competitive basketball teams.
That nigga, he was playing like, all right, let me. I'm for real this time.
Those is
Come
not
on, G. Let me
competitive
just
basketball.
whatever I do. I ain't finna practice this year. I'm just.
That was kind of like Kobe on his way out. Like they wasn't playing for nothing at all.
Shit.
Not even
For real. They was on
remotely.
tour for real. They just want to see every city again.
But that's kind of when Brian had after that loss and they talking about so what I got a lot to think about. I'm like, boy, y'all stupid and out of y'all mind if y'all think LeBron gonna retire like that.
But
He
low
gonna
key-
give an announcement before the season start.
But low key, think about it. He can go that retirement route, right? Take a year off, whatever. Let Bronny,
Yeah,
do
but that's
what
not
he
gonna
do.
happen.
and then come back, bro. Build that bitch up, rest his body, rest them bones.
But that can be bad and good. Rest is not necessarily too
But-
much. Rest is not good.
Yeah, but when he come back, think about it.
because he old in basketball years.
Yeah, go to dirt. But think about when he do come back, you took like
Your body
that
will be-
year you taking off is go build up the story, like the anticipation of he's coming back just to play with Bronny.
Yeah, but
He's coming out of retirement
That
just to
ain't-
make it happen. Then it's expected he retire again.
that's silliness.
Let me know what y'all think. How would y'all play that out? That last shit, because look, Jordan did it. He retired and then he came back for his farewell tour.
wasn't man.
He just did this shit because he was bored.
Yeah, folks. That don't. Nah,
He was
that's
on
not
his
the
Tom
same.
Brady shit.
That's not the same. I can't say that that's the same. Because if Brian was to retire at this point, I feel like he's going to retire for real. Like he's not finna still be hooping. So
Brian?
if you tell him,
Oh
to
yeah, he'll
retire-
definitely be on some Kobe shit. I ain't even want to touch a
Yeah,
basketball no more.
I'm finna go do all my other ventures. I'm not finna. At least if I'm Brian, that's what I'm doing. And when I go retire and I'm done, I'm
He
done.
doing
I'm
shit
not-
completely not related to
No,
basketball.
I'm not coming back. Nah, he gonna do something related to basketball.
He is, but like
He gonna mess around and buy a team or start one.
Magic Johnson shit.
He was already looking at Vegas. Vegas having a basketball team. That'd be so tough.
Bro, that's
They
it,
don't
bro.
need
It'll
that.
be so much
They
money,
don't need
so
that.
much more money.
They don't need that. Think about how Houston is. Vegas doesn't need that.
Vegas definitely needs
Vegas don't need that, bro.
Bro, the nightlife
They don't
be
need.
so
That's why they
nasty.
don't need it.
It already
Them
is.
players gonna be. Boy, you gonna have Miami Heat culture. That's the only way you
We
gonna be able to
leaving
have a.
right after the game. Memphis
And
shit.
you gonna have the same.
Dead ass College St. Joe treatment.
You gonna have the same type of mentality that they got in Houston. Bro, you got to think about it. The only reason Miami is able to get away with being good with a basketball team in Miami is because of their culture.
Yeah, because they don't let that shit get to them,
bro. And that's because of the culture. Like it don't got nothing to do with the players at all. If you there, you in Miami. Like you in Miami basketball. You're not finna be. It's time to show up and show out. You go to like a Houston. You know, but that's a lot of time why that plays into kind of like they atmosphere. It's kind of like how Denver got the elevation.
Yeah,
that's Miami's elevation.
You go in there and you know you.
Yeah, it's like when you a road team.
Or
you wanna go out, folks. So it's like, all right, if you gonna do that, you better be disciplined enough to get up the next day because Miami sure is.
Right.
They born and bred in that. They
used to this shit.
Yeah, you heard what Jimmy said. Right after the game, we gonna go back there. This was after a loss. We gonna go back there, have a couple of beers, chill out, and then get back to work. You gotta be able to put in the work. That's the clear distinction between them and Houston. Not only Houston don't got no.
I feel like that's
but even when James Harden was there, they wasn't going nowhere.
James Harden was on his Rodman shit.
He wasn't going nowhere, bro.
James Harden was on his Rodman shit. Hey, what time the game? All right, say less. On his AI shit.
They was not going nowhere, bro. That's because of the culture. They was too worried about partying and, doing everything else. There's talks about him going back to Houston. I bet you the strippers is excited about that. I know they waiting.
Market finna go up.
I know they begging and pleading. Please come back to Houston.
They gonna chip in. Be a board member. All the strip clubs united.
If he was to go back there though, he's not playing for no championships. He's just playing for money at that point.
He on this Carmelo shit.
That's cool. Nah, I can't even say that. I can't even let y'all get that off about Melo, man. Melo did that one time, and it was an accident. Because he was supposed to be one of the other three in the big three in Miami. It wasn't supposed to be Chris Bosh. But Melo signed that extension. 2 years too long?
Yeah.
He signed that 5. If he would have did 3, his 5. Yeah, he signed the 5.
They don't hand no midgets out like that no more.
They was never handing them out.
Yeah.
You gotta be a caliber player, bro. You not that's Chandler Parsons got like $100 million.
That's one of the biggest finesse in fucking.
Harrison Barnes.
He probably still getting
Harrison
paid.
Barnes got 85 after playing terrible in the finals.
He was a non-factor.
Hey,
Are you even in the room?
They definitely are giving away some money for sure.
Let me hear that motherfucker.
Harrison Barnes is doing all the time. I still can't believe Dallas gave him that much money after he played like that in that finals. It didn't make sense at all. He was horrible. They talking about Jaylen Brown is worth $200 million now. That boy can't dribble.
Clearly.
I'm not giving that man $200 million. No, I'm sorry.
You know, Jordan Poole shit.
I can't do it.
Let the money get to him.
I can't do it. Because the problem is the salary cap keep going up. And if the salary cap keep going up, regardless of him not being able to dribble, the price for that caliber of player is going to keep going up. So because the peak LeBron James, peak KD, peak Steph's in 10 years at they peaks, where the salary cap would be, not even 10 years, where the salary cap would be at in the next 5 years, bro, they would have been able to get probably $400 million, $500 million, 4 or 5 years. That's where the salary cap is going. So Like, I see why they saying Jaylen Brown deserved the 200, but no, bro.
How much would you pay?
He can't do a simple dribble dribble go. Between the leg dribble and go. He leaving the ball, dribbling it off his feet. I can't give that boy $200 million. You turn the ball over 10 times a game?
That's like a
in
scout.
The finals?
That's like a scout leaving in the first quarter.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, yo. I can't do that.
That's your boy?
I give him.
That's your boy you trying to give the bread to?
Because the cap is probably gonna be 300, 325.
Where'd they get that money from?
Television, bro.
Fuck.
Advertisements. That's why they start putting advertisements on the jerseys and stuff. Yeah. The league, and it's becoming more international at this point too.
Yeah.
So that them
How do you feel
expanding
about
their
that
brand.
move?
What?
These national like the shit they got going on in Africa and stuff like that. Like,
Well, I feel like the NBA has always had some type of
they always had a care
since we've
for
been alive. Anyway, they've always had a push to be international. Now, when NFL do it, it look a little weird because
They feel like-
ain't nobody in Mexico playing football for real.
ain't nobody in London fucking
Yeah,
got
like
giant
they-
football stadium.
First of
American
all,
football
they not
stadiums.
even think about football for real. They playing soccer, and when they play
Rugby.
anything when they play anything that's close to football, they playing rugby.
Right.
Like they not. So it'd be a little weird when the NFL do it, and I see why they do it because the fans
Liaisons.
show up. Yeah, like the fans show up when they do it, but I feel like that might be because they don't get to watch
Right,
football
yeah.
and they
Or experiences.
Yeah, like
this is
in
a once
in
in
person.
a lifetime. They may not come back.
I feel like trying to set that up to be an internet, like to have American football be international, it's gonna be that's gonna be super difficult because I mean people in America already don't. And then kind of you got parents trying to take kids out of football because, but no, you got parents taking their kids out of football because injuries and stuff, but they're making the game safer. At least trying to. Like a lot of stuff that they do now, we couldn't.
Versus when we was
You
in high
can't.
school.
You can't even do 2-a-days now in high school. You can't. I think you can't hit every day of the week or something like that. I think you can only hit 2 days a week in pads.
Y'all might as well go.
Yeah, like they do. A lot of. I think it might be 3 days a week. They're able to do shoulder pads and helmets, and then the other 2 is just helmets, like no contact. It's different. But
I wish y'all put people in the
it's-
hospital.
it's in the, see. And
Pick your mans up.
First of all, you should be doing that in practice anyways. That's exactly why they put these type of. You got players like that on the team looking to be heat-seeking missiles to their own teammates. Ain't crazy.
Man.
But
Especially a freshman. What? I used to knock the motherfucking chin strap
I
off
feel like
their
the
ass.
concept of football would be hard to translate internationally. I do.
It's it's not a sport that if you haven't been a student of the game, you can't easily pick up on. Especially the penalties.
Not even a student of the game. It's like if you didn't grow up around football, it's kind of hard to get into football. Because, even think about it when you a little kid, right? You got the kids, when they get hit for the first time, it's like, oh no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this again. So when you trying to start bringing it international, at that point you gonna have kids playing football for the very first time when they 15, 16 years old, and it's gonna be like, bro, if you wasn't used to doing no type of real contact sport like that, unless they getting all the rugby players to come play football, then I guess, but good luck.
So, would you rather have be like a legendary artist, or would you rather be a legendary producer? and be like a legendary producer or songwriter? You write for different people and you responsible for their biggest hits and stuff like that, or would you rather be the artist himself?
As the artist himself, do I have the ability to branch out and be like a songwriter and stuff?
To do the same, to double dip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you might as well be the artist.
I'll probably do the artist because essentially you got people that have done
so
it.
you'd be like a Kanye.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. You got people that have done it both ways. Like you got Kanye that kind of did well. Kanye did it from a perspective of both worlds. Kind of, he was dabbling in both worlds at the same time. I feel like somebody that where you could say they started as a producer and then kind of start branching off as Hit Boy. He been hot right now, tearing the streets up. And Hit Boy,
Hey, a lot of people have saved their career by rebranding and
Hit Boy, a producer obviously, but now he's starting to rap. I didn't know Hit Boy could rap like that. When he put his album out, and it took me a while to click and like realize that wait a minute, he actually rapping on here. And I was listening to it, I was like, oh, hold on, Hit Boy, like, cause when I seen the album name, I'm thinking like, this is Hit Boy. You know, he produced the album and had some of his friends get on some beats and rap for him. That's what I was thinking it was gonna be. I pressed play, Hit Boy on that rapping. Oh, you got Hit Boy with like Alchemist and
when it says featuring, like you like a known producer and it says featuring them, they actually on that bitch.
Yeah, they actually on that.
Saying words.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So it kind of threw me off a little bit, and I was like, so when you ask the question, that's kind of so. And then the other end of that would be like a Tyler the Creator, where you going artist to, or even a Chief Keef, really. And that's probably a better example where you going from artist to producer. Chief got some.
He coming.
That's pause.
Oh. Hold the fuck. Whoa. That was sus.
Big pause.
Whoa. I feel like Charles.
Boy, I tried to give you a second to like. That's why I was looking at you. I'm like, he ain't gonna know this way. Cause then you doubled down on it. I was like, oh, hold on.
I ain't gonna come
Wait a
back.
minute. I was like, big pause.
Wow.
But no, Chief, he had his limelight rapping, and then kind of start veering off while still having his and proactive rap career, and started doing the producing. And now, like, a lot of people don't know his track record with producing, but Chief Keef can.
What do you think his biggest hit is as far as being a producer?
Mm-hmm.
I think working with Uzi.
Might be. Present day, yeah. Might be. And that's him really showing some versatility, because you wouldn't think Chief Keef would be making up beats like that. Not in that space. Like, you wouldn't, just off of Chief Keef, but that's another thing that goes kind of with personas and everything else.
Expect that type of talent. Like,
that's like, that boy did not. Let me not call him a boy. The man is a smart. He's smart.
Right.
He know what. Like, he not dumb.
He left the industry like with a maximum.
Well,
amount
I mean,
of
if you
knowledge.
really think about it, he was never really in the industry. I mean, a lot of them coming up kind of didn't their stardom didn't come from the industry like the Dirks and the Keefs and that came from.
Was already
that came from the internet. They the ones who
they
initialized the internet.
They didn't come asking for the industry.
Yeah, facts. So
this the WWE.
So I mean that kind of that they changed the infrastructure kind of and how internet the music became because it didn't come out of an era where you needed the studio to get popping.
Right.
All
you take one video,
one freestyle. Throw that joint on YouTube. Right. You cooking with fire. So it's back to as far as the question goes. I think I'll go to artist route because I would want to have a solidified career first as an artist before I start dabbling in producing. Because I feel like naturally, I would be geared more toward being an artist and then learning like
how to do everything.
How to make my own beats and stuff like that. Rather than, alright, I want to make my own beats and stuff first and give them to people and have them. I feel like I want to do the self-expression with words and then learn how to do it through the beat creation.
Shit, ain't really no wrong way.
Nah, it's not. Cause I mean, like
you see,
we just went through. You got success stories on both sides, so you could do it both ways. You can always change your your brand persona. It's just about how you do it, and the timing of when you choose to do it and your reasoning behind doing it. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a mask of yourself. Cause I mean, 9 times out of 10, these people in the industry, they're not giving you the full. They're not giving you themselves. That's why they build. That's the whole reason of building a persona is to connect with the fans in a way that makes you feel relatable, but not to the point. where it's like you're relatable to the point where it's like you're a person.
Yeah.
And
you're an
you bleed like me, like you and me, but you're not giving them the entirety of yourself, essentially, because people crazy out here, man. Artists need to do that to protect themselves,
right? Their personal, to protect their personal life.
Yeah. So it's all a necessary need at the end of the day. All of y'all, go see Spider-Man right now, actually. Matter of fact, if you're watching this and it's still in the movie theater,
okay,
off your couch and go see Spider-Man.
But next question. So if you can emulate a different vibe, what would it be? Like, would you live your lifestyle under like maybe like an East Coast type of vibe, or like would you?
You mean if I was to like move out of Chicago?
Like what would complement your style, like your lifestyle? Like, would you be able to fit into like the New York type of way?
You know the answer to that
right.
question. You know the answer to that question. I feel like if I was to move out of Chicago, my first natural instinct would be to go to New York. It's for obvious reasons. Their city landscape is closest to ours. Like LA city is not. They landscape and infrastructure is not how ours is built up. Now vibe wise, I would have no problems living in LA, but it's like when I was walking downtown,
that shit,
it's like,
bro, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, the skyline not hitting.
I've been thinking in the movie. Man, how y'all make this shit look good?
But I mean, it's a different atmosphere. Like you going out there for the palm trees. You ain't looking for the skyline. You going out there for the beach. You ain't looking for the skyscrapers.
You going out there to meet somebody.
Yeah, so you got You got nice trees and good weather. It's like Miami. Got bad bitches and palm trees. So
you go to
it's
you
all
somebody to be amongst the other somebodies.
yeah. In New York I feel like it's closer to what we have here. So
It's so many.
if I was to that's me talking in my present state as a 26-year-old man. If we talking as a 35, 40-year-old, and I didn't
option to
and I didn't worked a couple of years and built some wealth, did some ventures. At that point I might tell you, I give me a residence. I have me one here. I have me one here, like a little penthouse or something downtown. I have me one. Uptown. I go into a suburb, but it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a far suburb. I'd go.
So.
No. I'm talking about in Chicago.
Oh.
Like I go to.
Your ass gonna be in River North.
Nah, like if I'm gonna go, that's somewhere I live downtown wise. But I'm saying if I was to get like a crib in a suburb, it wouldn't be a far suburb because I still want to be close to the city. But the reason to have, but I want to be able to have that space because I kind of got an idea of how, like if I could find me something where I'm on a secluded lake or something like that, and I got big glass windows, a lot of open area.
You want a contemporary house?
Give me the Batman joint.
Yeah.
God, give me the Batman.
I want my house to be black, or like a
the outside of the house.
Yes, with a lot of windows, all black cars.
That'll be tough to do because a lot of neighborhoods. It'll have to blend with the neighborhood because
the audience will be definitely against that.
The society, the little neighborhood society or whatever, boy, they gon' that doesn't really blend with. You know how they gonna get over you,
over there.
Oh God, they gon' have a problem with that. But no, that'd be tough with all black cars.
I want to do that. I want to be the fucking black sheep of the neighborhood. But who lives over there? Oh yeah, that's soul folks, the tank and shit.
Talk about the tank and shit.
Don't nobody really. He don't really do what he's supposed to. But
right.
Ain't nobody gonna say shit.
Right.
You see him.
Oh God.
You know exactly who live there as soon as you see him.
Nah, if I was to move out of the state and like I would move to a Colorado or something for like a retirement home and have a residence have a residence in like the mountains, secluded. I have me one in Cali off the water. I get a ranch. I wanted a state, folks, to be honest with you. Whole gate. Whole gate.
Concerts in your front yard.
Nah, I wouldn't. That's too
festivals. That's
too much land. I don't need that much land. Give me something where I can build a main house.
He trying to build a country down there.
A open 2-story garage and a guest house.
I want like
and then a big fence with a big gated fence with a long rounded driveway.
I was saying, bro, you gotta damn near take a mile just from the driveway.
Not that long. That's excessive, bro.
I want to, like the movies where you see,
where you got I don't want that, dog. I don't even give me half a mile, bro. Like I want you to be able to see my house as you driving in the driveway, because I'm not gonna want to do that every day. Yeah, you gonna have to have a mailbox. You gonna have to bro. You gonna have to take a golf cart, to go get your mail in the morning.
Bike to go get the mail.
That's too far. I'm not doing that.
Bro, that's how the fucking Batman's, the Batman houses in the undergrounds.
Bro, honestly, he wasn't getting his mail delivered to his crib. His mail was going to the office, bro.
That nigga was.
out
His
picking it
lifestyle
up.
That's wild. Just waking up every day knowing, all right, let me go bullshit for 8 hours a day.
Oh
so I
God!
can
Before,
come back.
before I go put this mask on when it get dark.
I feel like him and the viewers got to understand that we just bullshitting these people. This money, I don't give a fuck about this money, to be honest.
Nah,
with you.
but he to a, I don't know how we just started talking about Batman, but he was Bruce Wayne for the reasons that he would need to be Bruce Wayne. Like he did his job cleaning up the city as Bruce Wayne, using his money and building. This is crazy that we haven't ended up talking about Batman. Yeah, but he did what he was supposed to do. He did what a lot of people in real life wouldn't do. Put it that way, as a gajillionaire. So, but
It's
that's
funny.
like
It's just
fictional character.
like the money was just like.
Yeah, that's why he was a fictional character.
It's like, bro, how do you get all? You just giving that shit away? Just like he passing out millions like they, you giving a $5 to a homeless person.
It is like giving a $5 to a homeless person for him.
I just need a small loan.
That's Jeff Bezos style money.
Small loan of $1 million, just like Trump, to get my start. Get my podcast
I
off
can't believe he said that as if
with a
he
straight
was not
face.
He said that like that was just normal.
Ordinary.
Yeah, like everybody was just going around getting
Just
small lump sums of $1 million from their parents. He said, "Yeah, my dad, he sent me into the world with a small loan of $1 million, and I made something of myself."
And he said, "There you go, figure it out."
Duh, stupid. You give me a small loan of $1 million. What do you think I'm gonna do with it?
Y'all think I
I'm
got a lot of
crazy.
businesses now? What? I'm finna be Shaq. I'm owning shit just to be buying shit. He owned Forever 21.
You gave me $1 million investment at 18. I'd be Tony Stark right now. They wouldn't like me. I'd be a problem.
I'd be a whole Mystique by now.
I legit be. I'd be the child of Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne. If they was if they was to be able to combine their DNA.
Right. The world of you will have value. Everybody in the world will want to have your brain.
Bro, I'd be a problem with that type of money. In a good way.
I don't know how we get on Batman, but beautiful discussion. All in all.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this camera on me? Hey, clear.
So as a aspiring A&R man, what's some artists that you feel like you would be able to, like your vision would be able to boost their career like the way it should?
I wouldn't even say that necessarily because I just wouldn't necessarily say that. If I was to be able to get the chance to work with an artist, it would be in the vein of how. That's a loaded question.
Damn, fuck you up with that one.
Because like I don't really want to. I don't want to answer that for real.
Oh my God.
Bro,
That's
nah,
what?
simply because like people,
You stepping on toes. It sounds like.
people take ideas and
Like he say he is.
run it with them. No, not from me. It's just like if I had an idea for a movie, like I wouldn't come in here and spray the whole idea out. for the whole world to see. But if I got the chance to work,
All right, all the viewers,
artist,
you gotta
I would want
to NPSs.
I would want to work.
I'm emailing everybody the NPS. Put your email in the comments.
So some artist that I would like to work with if I got the chance to, presently, would be like, I would like to work with Smino right now. I would like to
That's
work.
a smooth Valley cat right there.
I would like to work with I work with a little Tyler, a DDG. One of those. DDG.
Yeah, sir. Even from the start, that nigga Ronnie Lewis,
he be slide.
Big Ron.
Because I mean, you can't name too many names. Obviously, anybody would want to work with a Thug or Drake or any of them.
I feel like you knowing me, like Drake would be my answer, but
Yeah, like dream scenario.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like the question I asked you, like what type of style would you?
And work with Drake, of course. But
like if it's the type of style I can embody, it would be that. Even from the way I post my pictures and shit.
Like persona,
Yeah.
persona wise,
The lifestyle I would fit in.
If I was to try to, I wouldn't. Stephon Diggs. And that's all I'm gonna say. That one for Denzel. He'll understand it.
Denzel, I see you, boy.
Stephon Diggs. That's probably something.
ESPN exec soon.
Hey.
I wish they don't even look, boy.
For real. I mean, hey man. That's probably something I would. A lifestyle I would lean into Stephon Diggs.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get with my sources and figure out what exactly that means. Another question that I just really want somebody's other opinion on. Would you say there's a such thing as like beautiful music or like a song that was compiled like just every facet of what makes a song a hit from start to finish, everything just had to work perfect?
I mean, of course, it's music. At the end of the day, is an art like any other art. It's like a painting. Painting can be beautiful. It can have its flaws and imperfections, but I mean that could be what makes it beautiful too in the end. So it's kind of individualized to go. It's about what you compose and put into your project. Because I mean, music is subjective like any other art. So
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was definitely gonna say it's the fact that it's subjective that makes like the value like
that's kind of what, because what I find could be something that's beautiful could necessarily
not be an acquired taste to me.
Yeah, so it's all subjective, but to answer the question, of course, flat out, music can be beautiful. I feel like that's kind of the purpose, especially of some music, is to be beautiful.
Right. I like a whole album that's tell like a whole story. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of the Brent album? Would you put that in that like his music in general, and plus his Wasteland album?
Would I put that in beautiful?
Yeah.
No. Brent is toxic. He's not gonna tell you that.
He's a whole persona.
Sure.
He's mastered that persona to a T.
I don't think it's persona.
It's not. It's like.
But actually, I can't say that because
you really don't know what he's like.
All of them is actors, and I don't know Brent for real. But I don't think that's persona.
Yeah.
Could be.
You never know. Could be like The Weeknd. He got
But I mean, everybody wears a persona to some extent.
Yeah.
Especially when you unknown to the individual. Like even in everyday life, when you get to know somebody, it's a persona to an extent, because you're not gonna walk in and throw your whole laundry basket on somebody the first time you meet them. So
some people do. Some people do be.
Those are the people that you run from.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know all that the first time I meet you. It's a little scary.
They have a little mystery.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex. He said that last podcast. He's talking about his mama. Like, gotta have a little mystery about you.
You do though. You do, and I think people lose, especially in you know, people to people relationships. I think people lose a lot of that mysteriousness about them, trying to be so quick to open
get into
up.
everything.
Yeah, it's like some stuff take time, no matter how much.
Some
you
people
rush.
like figuring people out.
Some people like to be figured out. I know that sound crazy,
It
and
don't.
you know, you gotta be willing to identify who you
Something's
messing
only crazy
with
to
at that
people
point
who
too.
who can't. Something's only crazy to people who can't relate.
Yeah, like it's all about what you like at the end of the day and what you're trying to get out of the encounter. Essentially, that's kind of what the whole persona is for.
Yeah.
And then as the situation progresses, the persona can change. It could get worse. It could get better, or you could start seeing the actual person behind the persona. But I mean, that's the purpose of the persona, to see if you want to get to know the person behind the persona. I feel like Brent does a good job of that because it leaves you wondering.
That'll make people want to flock and be like, let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see what the hell going on.
that's why he does it. Yeah, he does it smart. He does it that way.
Yeah. Well, would you equate that? Like, I'm pretty sure you won't say he's a superstar, but would you say, like, once people get to the point
Modern
that they're
day,
a superstar?
Brent probably is a superstar in modern day. Because you got to think that the era of music that we in is different.
Yeah.
Like the way that the way that you're allowed to put music out as an artist now is completely different.
Yeah.
You can go a long time without putting out music and be okay in a lot of instances if you're one of those type of artists that have that persona about you, like an NBA young boy.
Yeah,
For him to disappear right now, it would be hard for him to do, just because he built his whole thing up as putting out a mass amount of music in a short span of time.
Always in the studio.
Yeah, and like
Never sitting.
it's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, if you got the amount of music to do that, then do it. But
I feel like this may be a good little spot to stop at. You give the people a little mystery.
so long, farewell.
So yeah, the next time you see Will, we expect us to pick up where we left off with these topics, and yeah, just continue the show, continue the flow. That's it. I didn't mean to rhyme.
So long, farewell.
All right.
Get up out my face, y'all some suckers.